What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of the Real Talk with Silos. I am your host, Silos, and today we're going to dive deep into one and only Titans. This is Season 2, Episode 7, and it is titled Bruce Wayne. As you guys know, I do have my little notebook with my notes from the episode that I wanted to touch on with you guys. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. So pretty much this episode leaves right off of what we had last week, and that was Connor saving Jason Todd and getting shot up by the task force Cadmus. And so like this whole episode, Dick is pretty much hallucinating, and he is like feeling guilty about everything that happened to Jason Todd. He blames himself, and he does what he does normally, and he goes out on his own to try to find Deathstroke and kill him. But it was kind of funny because the whole time he's hallucinating, not funny, but it was kind of crazy because he's hallucinating Bruce Wayne the whole time. And he's literally conversing with this dude and talking to this imaginary figure of Bruce Wayne, and nobody else sees him. So it's like, it was crazy to see them play off. Yeah, so Dick was definitely hallucinating, and it was kind of like he was there. He was like, his image of Bruce Wayne was there because pretty much Bruce said it in the episode. He's like, the reason why I'm here, you know how to get rid of me, and that's because you need to tell the truth. And he hasn't told the truth. So we'll get back to that little truth thing later. So in this episode, you know, Jason and Rose actually have a really... they started having a little connection and vibing off each other, and it was nice. It was cool to see. It was certainly different. I would not have shipped them together, but now it's like I want them to be together. So it's pretty cool. That was, you know, something different. This part really freaking cool in the episode. So Eve, which is Connor's mother, she is back in Cadmus and working with Mercy, and she pretty much gets fired. And the thing is, the only reason why she stayed there was to protect Connor and protect pretty much Crypto. And she gets terminated, and she's just like, you know what, I had enough, forget this. I'm gonna go ahead and just break Crypto out. So that's exactly what she does. So she steals a badge thing, goes up to Crypto. He uses his heat vision and burns off the kryptonite collar, and she holds on to Crypto, and she's like, let's go, and Crypto flies her out. So that was pretty freaking cool. You know, the fact that you know, Crypto can fly and all that stuff. So that was really freaking cool. I really like that. Oh, this was a funny thing. So you know how I said Dick was hallucinating Bruce Wayne or whatever. So he runs out to find Deathstroke, and when he does, he gets kind of misled to another person, and one person tells him, hey, look, you know, his two girls are here where he's been sleeping with. She could tell you where it is. So it's kind of like this, I want to say, strip club in a way, like for fancy people, I guess. And so he goes out there to find her. He finds a girl, and so there's a stage behind him, and there's these two girls are dancing, doing their performance and stuff, and his hallucination of Bruce comes out, and he starts dancing like, you know, Adam West Batman, doing all this and all that, and dancing with the girls. It was actually pretty freaking funny, and it was cool, and it wasn't like it was forced. It was like it was good, like it fit, you know. It was really funny. I personally I had a good laugh out of that, and the actor, of course, you know, he great actor. So yeah, so that was pretty cool. So the whole time, so we're gonna go back to Jason and Rose, how they've been kind of vibing and stuff like that this episode, and they start, you know, there's a little kiss scene that gets sneaked on. She eventually then starts lurking around his room while he's there looking through his vinyls and stuff, and finds out that the vinyl is one of the vinyls is her brother's because it has his name on it. And she starts flipping out, and then she finds out that Dick is the one who killed or had something to do with Jericho's death. So that that was a biggie, because the whole time she's blaming Jason, like, oh my God, you knew, you didn't tell me, this and that, and Jason's just literally like, it's just not fair, like Jason he hasn't done anything, and he's being bullied pretty much by everyone. And I mean, he sometimes he does deserve it because he's a jerk, but like I felt bad for him this episode. Like I was like, dude, damn, like why are you guys just assuming it's him, which that plays along to one of the other things I was talking about, is that this whole time Deathstroke has actually been in the tower, and he's been messing around with everybody. He rampaged Raven's room and like put crosses all in there, and then she thought it was Jason and just lost it on him. And that was where like Jason was like, dude, I'm like, I can't deal with you guys. All you guys do is just blame me. It wasn't me. This isn't that. And then for Hawk, Deathstroke put a bottle of whiskey, because we all know he's a alcoholic, or was an alcoholic, so he can get back on the loose. And then Dawn, a picture of one of the kids that they were taking care of. And then of course for Donna, he put the orange soda from Aqualad, which that was really sad, yeah, but then that leads up to, I'm just going to go ahead and jump over to this, because it's all in the same correlation. So this leads up to Jason at that point being like, dude, you guys, like, you don't even trust me. You guys are just egging on for me. I'm so sick of this. I'm tired of this. And he goes up to the roof, and he's been having a hard time this whole episode about him falling pretty much 15 feet off to the ground, where then Connor comes and saves him. But it was like something was messing with his head, and I think Deathstroke had something to do with that. It was playing mind tricks on him just to make him remember. But kind of like a PTSD type of thing. And so yeah, he runs up, and then Dick comes back realizing that Deathstroke is in the tower this whole time, and he's just on this wild goose chase. And he finally agrees with Bruce, his hallucination, that he needs to just tell the team the truth, or at least somebody the truth of what's going on. And so he runs back in. Dick runs back into the tower, and he looks around, and the hallucination says, "Aren't you missing somebody?" Which is Bruce says, "Aren't you missing someone?" And that's Jason. So this, like, Dick loses it. He's running. He's gonna go check, and when he runs out to the roof, Dick is on the ledge, like he's about to just commit suicide. And then that's when Dick breaks down and tells him, "Look, man, you're not the one who caused all this. This was me. Don't feel guilty. It was me." And then that's when the hallucination, you see Bruce like having a fall. It was truly a great father-son moment. Like you see Bruce like, I knew you had it in you all along. And then he just, evaporates and just disappears. And then that's when Dick pretty much admits to Jason that the reason why Deathstroke is after them and all this is going on is because he went too far. Something that can never be forgiven. He had something to do with Jericho, which is Deathstroke's son, death. And the thing is, he says, "I killed him." Now, we don't know if he killed him or he had something to do with his death, because he was using Jericho to get to Deathstroke. So that's something we're going to find out later on. But I believe next week's episode is called Jericho. So I think we're going to go back in time. So we had 2 episodes where it was like back in time, but in present time. Then we had this one where it's present time. Then the other one's going to be back in time. So we could explain it. We could finally see what the heck happened with Jericho. So that, now, this was a side story that happened, this next thing I'm going to say, which was pretty freaking cool. And it goes back to when Crypto was being broken out of prison. And Eve is with him. And Eve told him, like, help me find Connor. And Crypto sniffs all the way to the Titan Tower. And that's where they have him cooped up. And he's all, like, hurt or whatever. And she comes to the realization where she's like, look, the only way we could save Connor at this point, she tells Starfire, or Corey, she tells Corey, like, the only way we can save him is bringing the sun to him, and that's what we have to do. So Corey's like, why didn't you just say that from the beginning? Takes him out of the bed, hugs Connor, and at this point, Raven's in here, and I didn't think about this kind of like ship thing before, but I would like to see Raven and Connor together. You know, that would be pretty cool. She's kind of blushing because when Starfire hugs Connor and pretty much unleashes her Starfire, Raven is like concealing the sun blast pretty much at this point to let him warm up. And once once she's done and he wakes up, the thing goes away, and Raven's just standing there staring at Connor like, hello. So that was a little funny thing. That was pretty cool. But I would like to definitely see them kind of hit it off. They kind of have, struggling issues with, emotional problems and stuff. So that would be pretty cool. But I know a lot of you are shipping Beast Boy and Raven, but I'm pretty sure they'll be playing back and forth. Or who knows? Maybe we'll get our own version of Martian Manhunter's niece or something. We never know. But that would be pretty cool. But yeah, that is pretty much all I have that I wrote down that I thought it was worth talking about. That was pretty cool. Guys, if you think that I missed anything, or if you want to talk more about anything that you think that I missed, or you just want to talk about in the comments, let me know. Let's get real in the comments. But yeah, without further ado, guys, I'll let you get out of here. Titans next week. Don't forget it. It's going to be Jericho. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you around.